Hi race fans, welcome to the first night of the 1998 Skagit Speedway Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup. We have 3 days of the best 410 sprint car racing in the Northwest. California's Brad Furr was our fast time qualifier for tonight, so without any further ado, here is Bill Moeller and Dan Bartolovic, your track announcers.
We're ready to go racing. The first of 6 heats tonight in the Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup. Lauren McCarth on the pole. Quick Rick Farmer on the outside. Rick Walker at the flag. Bob Johnson on the lights. Look them over as they go into turn 3. Jason Lund. Now we got Kurt Fellers on the pole. Quick Rick Robber on the outside. Bud Kading in the 29 on the inside of the second row. Rod Heisel on the outside of row number 2 as the lights go on one more time with Mike Dunham on the inside of 3. Randy Ridge on the outside of 3. McCarth on the inside, the back row. Brad Furr on the outside. Jason Lund in the back. Kurt Feller holds the pace down, a real good speed down the back straightaway, heads it into 3. As they get him out of the car. Need the medics to the front. Need the medics. The wheel of the chase truck pulls down into the infield. Kurt Fellers on the pole, sets the pace. One more time, looking for Rick Walker's green flag as they hit into 3. Collected part of the 39 as we got trouble all over the front straightaway in turns 1 and 2. Cars. One lap down, 9 to go. Farmer puts his foot in and we're back to green.
Rick Favre is your race leader with 7 laps down. Sorry about the microphone problems. We had a mix-up in patch cords. Rick Favre coming around for lap 8 right there, passing Lauren McCarris. That's the race for second between Kirk Fellers and Bud Kading. Kading takes the low groove and moves into second place. Fellers goes into the infield. That was your race winner, the 3D of Rick Favre.
In the Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup.
Okay, let's set up heat number 2. In the 66, it's Barry Martinez. On the outside of row 1, it's Alan Munn. Rod Perkins on the inside of row 2. And Tony Lutar in the 16T on the outside of row 2. Chad Hillier inside of row 3. Next to him, the youngster Roger Crockett. Steve Kent, Randy Hannigan, and Mike Gable. Here is heat number 2.
The black people said, hey, I don't like the start, let's do it again. And we will. But it sounded good. Here we go.
That is Randy Hannigan in the 1X car that just took the lead. Four laps down, coming up on 5, it's Randy Hannigan, Alan Munn, and Tony Lutar. This is your race here for 5th. Lutar making a move on Munn for second place. On the backstretch, it's Lutar going high. Alan Munn trying to stay low. But Randy Hannigan is running away from this as Lutar goes underneath Alan Munn. Once again, Munn keeps the lead into the turn. Steve Kent getting in the mix in the 10 car. He looks like he's going to put a move on Lutar for 3rd place as Randy Hannigan comes around to take the checkered flag. Your winner, Randy Hannigan, followed by Alan Munn, Tony Lutar, and Steve Kent.
Lights are out around the speedway. They're all crossed up by race director Ron Fell. Kevin Rudin on the pole. Bob Duncan on the outside. Rick Walker looking him over. Waves the green. We're underway. Tyson Cross with a good move out of the pack. We'll watch the 1B of Bob Burrow, but Tyson Cross around the outside. And Cross right up on top. Well, lap number 1 is Bob Duncan. across. Kevin Ernie. Bob Burrow. And coming up fast on the outside is Brent Kading. Kading goes into fourth, and he's up on top. Are they going to shake out of turn 4? This time he's across the lead. And down on the inside. Brent Kading, and he's into second. And Kading is going after Tyson Cross. He drops down on through turn 3 and out of 4. But it's Tyson Cross holding him up on the backside. Brent Kading battling it out for the lead. Bob Burrow now in third. Duncan in fourth. Kevin Rudine, Casey Kane, Ben Morgan, Sean Rice, and Tom Wegener. Wegener finally found his way, and he gets down on the bottom side of Rice, moves up a position, but here's the battle for the lead. Rice and Cross, Brent Kading, and that's his colleague, Matt Popper, right down the middle of the track. Halfway through, and here comes Brent Kading, up on the back of Tyson Cross. Down at the bottom, going for the lead, but Cross is able to hold him off, coming out of 2. Kading right up at the wall. But that cushion right out as far as you can go in turn 4 tonight. Just watch Tyson Cross come out of 3, and he slides it right up on that cushion, right to the wall, as does Brent Kading. What a heat race here in the Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup. But here comes Kading again. Kading's looking down on the bottom, but the white flag's out. 1 lap to go. Can Tyson Cross hold him off? There goes Kading on the bottom. He's going to do a slide job, and he's going to have the lead on the back straightaway. Into 3. Cross is looking at the same thing, but right on the wall. Picking up the win. Number 2, Brent Kading. Tyson Cross holds on to second. Bob Burrow in third. Who's it going to be for fourth as they come out of fourth? Paul Duncan. Casey Kading with a heck of a wheelie. And Tom Wegener as they go wheel to wheel. With Kevin Rudine right in there with Sean Rice and rolling to a stop over in turn 2. On the last lap there was the 39 of Ben Morgan. But what a wheelie by Casey Kane.
Jason Statler. In the 21R, out of Arlington, Jay Smith. The pace truck will retire now to the pits. They're bunched up, and now we're going to have some racing. Are you ready, fans? Are you ready? Butch Gilbert on the pole. He'll watch, and the flagman will watch, and they'll start the race right now. We're racing at Skagit Speedway. Butch Gilbert takes the lead, but how long can he hold on to it? Travis Jacobson shoots ahead. Smoke comes out of the side of his car. He's going to be losing power maybe here. What's going on? Maybe too rich of a mixture? I don't know. Causing a lot of visibility, and now Travis will have to slow down and try to make it to the pits. We have a new leader in Butch Gilbert, and now we'll have a yellow. Well, of course, the worst thing is taking a ride. The second worst is what you see right out there on the back straightaway. Joe Toussaint will have a report on what... We have 1 lap down. Butch Gilbert, you can start it right there. Go ahead. Here they go. We're in it. Butch Gilbert, and here comes Jay Smith right behind him. And Jane Cole, what's that lead to the back straightaway? Check. They're well thrown. Blanket on top of him. Here they come down the front. Out of turn number 4. Still your leader is Butch Gilbert. But here comes the car of Jane Cole. He has taken over the lead. And Jay Smith is going after him. Here comes Jay Smith now. He takes the lead. On 3 laps, we have 3 different leaders. How about that racing? Oh, and Rocky goes again, and Jay gets it back. Jay Cole, and now Jay Smith says, how's the family? And now, wait a minute. Jay Cole says, you're not going to do that to me. Here they come. 21R. And we have a yellow. We have a spin out in turn 3.5. Butch Gilbert having some problems over there. qualifying time. Non-quals will race 1 lap per car straight up by time. The C cars, 2 will transfer to the B. But right now, let's get this going right with Jay Smith. Here we go, we're racing. Here comes Sadler. He wants to get something out of this news. He takes over the number 2 position. Makes the high groove, does Jay Smith. Sadler running second and now going into the number 3 position is Jason Zolwald. 6 laps down and counting. That anybody can Jay Smith. Look at that guy fly. Well, Bubba. Sadler's going to make a try at it, though. Freeway traffic. They're running copacetic. Get out there, white flag coming around here in a bit. White flag, one more ride around for Jay Smith. Coming up on traffic into turn 3 and out of turn 4. Here's your winner. Followed by Jason Stadler, Jason Zolwald, Jay Cole, Lindsey Casto, Russ Albertson, Butch Gilbert, and the 6-pack of Scotty Pierce.
Let's go out. Tony Lutar, Steve Tupper on the front row, Ron Cox, Jamie Barnes in row 2, Paul McMahon, Kevin Pylan. In the next row, Peter Murphy, Ronnie Day, and Dunlap in the back as the pace truck is back in the pits. Now it's up to Lutar. That's Brian Harvey, not Tony Lutar. That 16 is Harvey. On that. And that is Byron Harvey. But Steve Tupper around the outside takes the lead. The lead out of 4. Got Kevin Pylan, Steve Tupper, Ronnie Day. Your first 3 cars. And Pylan leading out of 4. Pylan now into second. Ronnie Day in second. With Steve Tupper. Paul McMahon in the 0-1 moving up to 4th. And here comes Peter Murphy on the bottom. Number 3, here comes Ronnie Day again, right up on the backwards bar. Kevin Pylan. He's down on the bottom, Pylan up on top, and he's going to do a slide down, and he's going to have the lead. Ronnie Day now leads down the back straightaway. Pylan in second, followed by Paul McMahon in the 0-1, and Peter Murphy in the 0. Jamie Barnes in the 9, Tupper in the 48, Byron Harvey. In the 16, and Ronnie Cox and Dan Dunlap. Starting down the back straightaway, Kevin Pylan down on the bottom, and here comes Paul McMahon moving in on Pylan. McMahon down on the bottom, and he's going to take second as they come out of 4. As the white flags out, 1 lap to go. Ronnie Day down the back straightaway. Pylan on the bottom. Paul McMahon on the outside. But out of 4. Taking the checkered flag. Picking up the win. Ronnie Day. I'm going to wait for the call on that one. Kevin Pylan and Paul McMahon. That's too close to call from here. We're going to wait and see who finished second there. As Ronnie Day was the winner.
We're going to wait and see what they say from the flag stand. And 14 was second place, 01 in third.
Computer Innovations Online, Skagit Valley's premier internet solutions provider. I just got to thinking. In 1954, if you'd have walked up to somebody and said, see me at www.skagitspeedway.com, they'd have probably slapped you after they looked at you funny. But the times, they are a-changing, and so are we here at the Speedway. You can dial us up and get all the information anytime, anywhere, as long as you're online. Well, pace truck is retired. Chance Arendt's on the pole, but the flagman will set the pace for the start of the race, and we look good. Here we go, right now. John Tharp, your early leader. Randy Tyner down low, trying to stay with him, but Tharp takes the lead of the back straightaway. In the double lot, Steve Kilcup running fourth, and we have a yellow. All right, a complete restart. Here we go. Last heat of the first night of Dirt Cup 1998, the Jim Raper Memorial. We're glad you're with us, and let's see what happens here. Chance Arendt's on the pole, but the flagman will start the race, and we will start right now. We're running. Early leader John Tharp back straight away. Race for second now between Jimmy Carter and Randy Tyner. Tyner now taking somewhat of the lead as they come down the first straightaway with 1 lap now. Carter running third. Steve Kilcup running fourth. There's your leader out of turn number 4, John Tharp. 71 car going in the infield of the back straightaway and coming around. Could have some problems right here. He's going to try to keep it going. We'll watch him. And he slingshots by this John Tharp. 71 cars guzzling into the fifth. We're still racing. Tyner takes the lead. Here comes Jimmy Carter taking that number 2 position away from John Tharp. As we come around with 5 laps down and they make it through right here. Tyner is your leader. Tyner's going to go get it. Now taking over third place in the 14 car. Myers. He's cut off. 6 laps down. We'll have about 3 more to go after this time around here. Randy Carter, he's got the lead. Jimmy Carter going to the high groove. Not going to come back down low again. Let's see if he can cross over as he comes on to turn number 3. Not quite yet. Time is running out. 2 3 for 1 and 2. Now Carter going up in the high groove. That's the same. He's the fastest. Can he do it? Back straight away. Slingshot ahead. Jimmy Carter, he's taking the lead. 8 laps down, but down the front straight away again. Here we go with 1 lap to go. Carter takes the lead back. Hang on, man. We got a race right here. Wing to wing, back straight away. Here comes Carter into turn 3. Out of turn 4, it's going to be awfully close, and the winner is going to be Jimmy Carter. Randy Tyner, the 14X of Myers, finishing third. That is what you call racing, I think so. John Rice, who was all of 18, and Scott Pierce, who was all of, well, we don't know. We're not going to say. But he's around. All right, here we go. Now, guys, look at the flag, man. He'll start the race. Here we go. Looking good out of turn number 1. Back straight away is going to be Sean Rice. Scott Pierce taking over the number 2 position. 1 lap down and going. Remember, 2 cars are supposed to move up. Down and counting, back straightaway, Sean Rice. Here's the white flag. They'll try one more time. into 3, and out of turn 4, taking his first ever checkered flag at Skagit Speedway from Tacoma, John Rice. And followed by the 6-pack of Scotty Pierce, the 89 of Vaughn, and then Dan Dunlap.
And they'll tell him one more time around. And there the black flag is waving, and that'll send in the 15 of Dan Dunlap. Kirby Oil pulls the pace truck back into the pits. Travis Jacobson, the young man driving the John Carroll Memorial Racing Machine, and we get a read out of 4. 15 laps, and it's Travis Jacobson with the lead down the back straightaway. Bob Duncan running in second, but down the bottom side is Alan Munn. Bobber moves into third as he drives around Munn. As Travis Jacobson Duncan still running in second. Rick Barber in third, but here comes Alan Munn. Oh, it's Barber holding him off. That's Jacobson. There, Rick Barber ducks down underneath, and he takes second. Barber now in second. And Travis Jacobson in the back of the pack. Got him as the yellow is out. As the 76, Sean Rice spins and brings out the yellow. Flagman tell him to close it up, nose to tail. As the lights go out, pace truck pulls down off the racetrack when they get over there out of turn number 2. Now it's up to Travis Jacobson with a lap car of Mike Gable and then Rick Favre, and he puts his foot in and whip back to green. Travis Jacobson, your leader, with 4 laps to go. Rick Favre in third. Alan Munn in fourth. Bob Duncan in fifth, and then John Clark. Rick if they let that checkered flag go, is going to be the winner. But they may back that up on the yellow. I'm not sure when to come out. We're going to have to wait for the flag stand to know what happened. We'll look at... We're back to green as we come out of 4. And Rick Robin and Randy Connor get the as Travis Jacobson has the lead down the back straightaway. Down on the bottom to protect his lead as a white flag's out. Can he do it? Travis Jacobson, Randy Connor, on the inside, takes the lead coming out of 2. Now it's Randy Connor, Travis Jacobson, Rick Robin. The Travis do it out of 4. Randy Connor picking up the win, followed by Travis Jacobson, Rick Robin, and then John Tharp in the 69.
All right. Lights are out. I ask the question again. Are you ready, fans? I said, are you ready? Oh, you guys are going to have to holler louder than that tomorrow night. I'll let you go this time, but here we go. Watch the flag when they'll start the race, and we are going to get the chase on right now. We're racing, baby. Takes the early lead of the back straightaway. Race is on right now as they come down the front straightaway with 1 lap down. They're looking good. Running second. on traffic back straightaway. Your leader is McMahon, and the 01, that's Paul McMahon. What are you going to do? Burrow goes around a man, trying to chase the 14X and Jason Myers. 16 laps down and counting. Now make your move, Bobby, if you're going to do it now, let's see you do it. 18 laps down and counting. And McMahon and he do it. Here comes the white flag. One more now. Here they come. With the checkered flag. Stretching it out. The 01 car. And we'll wait for the official finish of the 2 and the 3. Tradition here at Skagit Speedway in the winner's circle. A trophy, a picture, a smile, a memory, and a little cash afterwards.
And Paul, you've been here many times before, and do you think this is going to be your year?
Well, I hope so. You know, we had a little bad qualifying lap tonight. We're not up front where we'd like to be, but we made the main event, and we'll see what we can do now and hopefully gather up enough points to get us near the front. And if not, we'll come back tomorrow and do the best we can.
Before we send them off, as they're getting ready, they can hear you. Stand up and put them together. As one more time around, it's Church and Pilot, Statler and Wagoner, and then Crockett and Randy Ridge in the third row as the lights are out. We're ready to go racing. 25 laps. Rick Walker and Bob Johnson on the flag stand, ready to turn them loose. As Kirby Hoyle's got the pace truck in the pits, and here we go, we're going green. Around in the fire with the lead. Tom Wagoner moves up and he's in the second. The Iceman. He's been flying the last 2 months here at Skagit Speedway. Jason Sadler running in fourth. Closes right in on him. Here comes Wagner as they go into 3. But as Potter's going to hold him off. No, he's not there. Just off the leader. But the yellow is out, so he's going to go back behind the 14 of Pilot as they're all tangled up on the back straightaway as the yellow's out. Pocket. Now it's up to Pilot to restart him on the back straightaway. And we're back to green. There's Pilot down on the bottom, but there comes Wagoner up on top. Right up on top, and that's where he's at again. So keep an eye on that yellow 15 as he ducks down underneath here in the first straightaway. And he's going to do it. Going through turn 1 and 2. Yes, Van Wagoner has the lead down the back chute. Kevin Pilot in second. And we got Paul McMahon slow on the first straightaway. And the yellow comes out again. We'll see if all the cars went by, or is Pilot going to go back out in front? And they're also pushing the 01 of Paul McMahon. They're turning him back around and shoving him back into his pit area as the lights are on and we're ready to go racing, and there we go! It's Kevin Pilot. It's out of 4, but here comes Iceman Wagoner. Yes, he does! inside, but Wagner's up on top, and it's Wagner gonna lead this lap. And watch Brent Kading. Here comes Kading up into fourth as he slices his way through traffic. There's Drew Church up on top. And Peter Murphy in the zero. But there's your leader, Tom Sadler moving in on Kevin Pilot for that second position. Sadler looks down on the bottom, and he has that second position. No, we don't. Pilot down the front straightaway. With a full straightaway lead now over Pilot. And brings the yellow out for the leader, Tom Wagoner. That puts Pilot right back up into the hunt, but Brent Kading is right behind him, along with Jason Stadler. On Bell said it's time to get him moving one more time around. As the lights go up, close them up, nose to tail. Kevin Pilot, Jason Stadler, and Brent Kading, your first three. But then look in the back there, as we're back to green. Brent Kading is Steve Kent running up on top in the yellow number 10. Kevin Pilot's able to hold on to first place. Brent Kading now running second. Peter Murphy and Jim Carter just about come together in turn two, but everyone holds on to it. Brent Kading in second, Jason Stadler in third. Roger Crockett. And up on top. Oh, and him and Crockett just barely avoid each other in the back straightaway. Down the bottom, he's going to get by Stadler. No, he's not. Stadler's able to hold it off. Crockett's still running at the bottom out of four. And Crockett's going to move ahead. No, Stadler drops down the bottom and takes the right back. What a battle for third. There's Kevin Pilot running by himself out front with Brent Kading in second. But look at that, battle for third. Roger Crockett, oh, and we're going to have a sandwich and Steve Kent in the middle. Crockett on the bottom, Kent in the middle, Stadler on top of it, Kent now takes over that third spot. There he goes, as here comes Crockett back, the 17-year-old kid. What a shot by Roger Crockett. Here's a battle for the lead. There's Brent Kading. Number 19, 6 laps to go. Can Pilot hold him off? Here comes Kading on the bottom, and Pilot's going to slam the door on him. What a main event tonight, and this is only the start of three. Kevin Pilot has been Kading down at the bottom. There he goes. He slides up on top, and he's going to hold it. Let's see. Now we're going to get lap number 21. Kevin Pilot holds on to second. Steve Kent moves into third. Roger Crockett in fourth. Brent Kading running slow and down on the bottom side.
Crockett. Into third, Jason Stadler, and then Steve Kent. But out of four, picking up the win, number 2, Brent Keating. Second place is going to go to Kevin Pilot, followed by Roger Crockett. In a 7M, Jason Stadler, and the number 4, Steve Kent. Randy Hannigan makes it up in there to fifth, followed by Peter Murphy. What a main event tonight. Great racing here on the opening night of Dirt Cup.
What do you
All
think?
right.
Wow. Well, if anybody helped to win that race, the crew chief, 11 plus years of Billy Albini, along with Chris Good, Paul Reno, Rich Paulson, Bill Boland, Bruce Homer, and Bill Wentworth. These are the people behind the scenes for the man of the 2M. That is Brent Keating. Wow, that's all I can say. M&M Racing. And his sponsors include M&M Racing, Al's Roofing Supply, McCreary, Van Equipment and Rentals, Shaver Engines, MPD, Mallard Wing, and High Five.
In the area, let's hear it for the winner, Brent Keating from Campbell, California.
Okay, I'm down there with a real excited Brent Keating. Brent, you had a real tough time getting into this deal tonight. Front end, you went to the coil over, you had some adjustments to make. It worked for you. You did it. You two, now you've got 2 more.
Yeah, you know, with the crew I got, there's, getting in a race car, there's no second guessing. These guys put one hell of a program together, and I got all the confidence in them. I tell you what, 7 or 8 guys that wanted to beat us tonight, or maybe 10 or 12, they were over there wrenching on our car, changing parts for us, giving us some ideas. Randy Hannigan. I mean, I couldn't name all the guys that were there. Probably everybody in the pits from California was over, and they were behind us 100%, and that really helped us out tonight. Those guys hustling and digging in. Just, I can't say enough about it. All those guys we helped them all year long, and here they come and help us, and here we are in victory lane.
Yeah. Okay, race fans, it's the second night of Dirt Cup 1998, and your fast qualifier tonight was the 2M of Brent Keating, followed by Casey Kane and Steve Kent. Here now is your first heat race. As usual, if I have time at the end of the tape, I will throw on those qualifying sessions. But hold on, here's Bill Moeller and Dan Bartolovic, your track announcers, with tonight's racing action.
Coming around there just before we push off, we'd like to welcome you again to the Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup, as I got Memorial and Raper tangled up on my tongue and I couldn't get either one of them out. The lights are up, though. Put your hands together. We're ready to go racing. Macaris is going to set the pace once that pace truck is down in the infield with Martinez on that right-hand side. Rick Walker with the flags. Bob Johnson on the lights. We're ready to go racing as they're out of 3, and here they come out of 4. Green flag. We're racing. Look at Brent Keating around the outside and into second place before they go into turn 1. He's on the inside of Martinez on the back straightaway. Martinez on top, Keating on the inside. Dennis Keating is going to have the lead down the front straightaway. Brent Keating, Barry Martinez, Jay Cole, Lauren McCarrs, and here comes the 14. Brian Harvey. Jason Myers in the 14X up into third. But here's your leader, Brent Keating. Martinez still running in second, but Jason Myers right behind him now. Followed by Peter Murphy in the 0, then followed AJ, Kevin Rudine, Tony Lutar, Lauren McCarras, and Scott Pierce. And back here later, we got troubles in turn 3. Both wheels are off of the 0 car, and just narrowly missing it was Kevin Rudine and Jay Cole and Tony Lutar driving right between the wheels as they come flying down off the wall and down into the infield. Peter Murphy's number 0. Lights go out around the speedway. Kirby Hoyle will bring the pace truck down into the infield. Now it's up to Kading as he takes him down the back chute, puts his foot in and whip back to green. Meyer looks on the inside of Barry Martinez. So far, Martinez is able to hold him off. There's Meyer, holds it on a little longer into 3, and he has second spot now as Martinez slips to third, followed by OJ, Tony, Kevin Rudine, Lauren McCarras, and Scott Pierce. 10-lap heat races, 7 in the book, starting the 8th. White flag's out, 1 lap to go. And out of 4, taking the checkered flag, picking up the win. The number 2M is Brent Kading. Jason Meyer finishes second, followed by Barry Martinez, Jay Cole, Tony Lutar, Kevin Rudine, Lauren McCarras, and Scott Pierce. But here comes your winner down the front straightaway in the 2M, the new track record holder, Brent Kading.
Editor's note, just so the fans know, Brent Kading was docked 2 positions for jump starting, so your winner was the 14 car of Jason Myers.
Is the president, Jimmy Carter. New Look Construction, Presto Cleaners, Panther Precision Machine Limited, Air Arms Industrial, Speed Pro Science Plus, West Pro Graphics and Imaging. Guess what? The lights are out. Are you ready, Speedway fans? Are you ready? Here we go. Heat number 2 on the pole. J.R. Harkness out of turn number 4. We're racing. Harkness takes the lead early in the back straightaway out of turn number 2. Bob Burrow trying to make amends, and he can't get there quite yet. And we're going to have another restart to yellow.
Oh, shit!
Okay, we got a report from the last heat race. The number 2M was docked 2 positions for jumping the start.
Here we go. We're racing one more time. Jamie Barnes back straight away in the 9 car. Looking good. Coming to the front straight away again. The race is on. Drew Church in 71 in the number 2 position. J.R. Harkness in the number 3 spot. Out they come, and here they go. Steve Blunt trying to go for that number 3 spot now as he comes to the front straight away. He's got it, and here he goes. 2 laps down and counting. And here comes Drew Church. Look at him take the lead, racing down low, but he goes up too high. Wing to wing, they do their thing, and Barnes gets the lead back straight away, though. Here comes Drew Church. We got a race going on right here. Front straight away as we come to the halfway, just about the halfway point. 4 laps down, 10 lap race. Got a new leader back out there again as he took it around and did what he had to do. Front straight away, look out, here we go. Jamie Barnes, Drew Church, Steve Blunt. Now here comes Kane. Casey Kane running second for the moment. Little touch and away we go. Here comes Casey. He's chasing him. He's got the siren running. And here goes Casey Kane as he takes the lead in the back straightaway. What a bit of racing. Casey Kane to the 23K. Here comes it. What's the down straightaway? What are we going to have right here? In the 8L, Steve Lund. Little bit too high for Barnes now. Lund has an opening, but Barnes recovers. 7 laps down and counting. Race going on for second right now. Lund has it as he takes it to the back straightaway. Let's get that white flag out for one more lap around of the 10-lap main. There we get set to go. Clear sailing all the way into 3. Out of 4 from Enumclaw. Who's your winner? Casey Kane. Followed by Jason Lund, Bob Burrow, Jamie Barnes, Drew Church, front car, J.R. Harkness. And George Graham, there's your winner. He pops a wheelie, and what do you think about that?
The wall hard in turn 3. Just heard that Steve Meidler's over there welding that up as the shock towers broke off on that Zero car. As the lights go out one more time. Harvey and Tupper in the front row. Hillier and Sills in row 2, with Hikas and Kading in the third row. Kent and Sowald in row 4 with Vaughn in the back. And we got a green out of 4. 3 wide, down out of 2, and it's the 14 of Jimmy Sills with the lead. And look at Steve Kent coming through on the inside in that yellow and blue number 10. So Jimmy Sills. Brian Harvey holding on to second. Steve Tupper pulls up there on the back straightaway. But here's Steve Kent looking for a way through, and he's going to say, I'm going down the middle. 3 wide down the front straightaway. And it's Steve Kent with the second place. Jimmy Sills, Steve Kent, Brian Harvey, Steve Tupper, racing Jason Sowald, Chad Hillier, Bud Kading, and Todd Hikas. And here comes Hillier. Racing Jason Sowald goes down on the inside and slips into 4th. Now he's at 3rd. There goes Bud Kading down on the inside of Harvey. But here's your leader out of 4 is Jimmy Sills. Steve Kent running in 2nd. Sowald in 3rd, followed by Bud Kading, Chad Hillier, Brian Harvey, Todd Hikas, Steve Tupper, and Randy Vaughn. Vaughn just goes down a lap to Jimmy Sills. White flags out, 1 lap to go. Down the back straightaway, into 3, and out of 4, picking up the win, the number 14, Jimmy Sills. Second place goes to Steve Kent in the 10 cars. Sowald in 3rd, Jason Bud Kading in 4th, Chad Hillier in 5th, followed by Todd Hikas in the 56, Brian Harvey in the 16, Steve Tupper, and back to your winner, Casey Kane.
Well, Casey, I don't know. You're doing awful good tonight. You timed in, you said second quick?
Yeah, we were second quick tonight.
Well, that's great. You were in the back of your heat race, and you went all the way to the front.
Yeah, the car was real nice, and you just have to go for it when you're starting that far back, and if you want to start up front tomorrow night.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is one of our better local guys that'll probably be in one of the front 3 rows on tomorrow night's feature, and he could be on the front row, just depending on how you do tonight in the A main.
Yeah, we'll have to start in the back of the A, and I know Bryn will be fast, so hopefully if we get the car right and I'm right, we'll be able to follow him through or try to get as close to the front as possible.
So you could be starting on the front row in tomorrow night's feature with Brent Kading. You'll probably be in maybe the first 2 rows.
That's what we'd like, but who knows?
Well, thank you very much, Casey. Give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. He could win the Dirt Cup. It's Casey Kane out of Enumclaw, Washington.
In the 76 out of Tacoma, looking for sponsors. Mom and Dad are helping him out. A midget racer, and here he is tonight for the 3rd time at Skagit Speedway, Sean Rice. In the 3B, out of Abbotsford Auto Body, Autotech Graphic Impact, Co-Spring Axle, J&J is Bob Duncan. In the 3D, out of Everett is Quick Rick Favre. Out of the 40, is Lindsey Casto, and the 21R of Arlington is Jay Smith, and we are ready to race, 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 race. Rock and roll, baby! Racing Ronnie Cox takes the early lead. Here comes the Iceman in number 2 position, and what's going to be the number 3 car coming out of front straightaway. It's Jay Smith out of Arlington. There's Wagner taking the lead the back straightaway as he bumps around to lead Ronnie Cox. Still up for grabs front straightaway now as they come right down again. Who's going to be? Wagner lead. Here he goes. Wagner, who spun out on lap 11 of the main event last night, wants to make sure that doesn't happen again here tonight. Four laps down and counting. Halfway home, Jay Smith might want to make his move right now. He's got to think about it. He's digging in for traction back straightaway. Look out, we've got Mike Cable. Way to go, Mike. That's the way to keep it going. We love that. All right, here comes Jay Smith in the 21R. They're coming up on traffic right now. Oh, he's dangerous. Here he goes, front straightaway. What we gonna have? We've got a new leader. It's Jay Smith. But Tom Wagner says not that fast. Down in traffic, Smith goes high around the cable car. That means just what the doctor ordered. Wagner now got a lot of space to catch up. 8 laps down and counting. Race going on for third place now too. As Casto trying to come up. White flag is out. Here it comes. There's your leader, the 21R. Back straight away, not taking any chances. Into turn 3 and out of turn 4 on a Drink Up Friday night. Here's your winner, Jay Smith. Wagner finishing second. And whoa, I believe it was Lindsey Casto with a wheelie. It's unofficial in the third place finish. We'll check it out for you. But in the 21R, going right back into the pits, he can hear you out of Arlington. That is Jay Smith, the local. Let's put your hands together for him.
British Columbia and the Burnaby Auto Parts, Kershaw Performance, Totem Mercury Leasing, Rhino Pub, the Moose Pub, Tom the Tire Guy, Axco Noble Painting, and High Mac Industry. And a J&J, number 7J, is Ron Jones. And the lights are out, and the green flag waves, and we're underway. 30 in heat number 5 of 6. And from the outside of the second row into the lead, the number 77 is Kurt Fellers. Sean Green running in second. Here comes Paul McMahon in the 01. But Kurt Fellers, your leader. Paul McMahon slips up on the outside around Sean Green and into second. Out of 4, looking on the outside of Sean Green, moves to third as we have a new leader on the back straightaway. It's Paul McMahon in the 01. Kurt Fellers in second. Roger Crockett in third. Followed by Sean Green, Randy Ridge, Travis Jacobson, Rocker Rod Perkins, Alan Munn in the 42. Back straightaway with the lead is Paul McMahon. The white flag's out, 1 lap to go. Crockett still in second with Kurt Fellers holding on to third. But here comes Randy Ridge. Ridge is down on the inside as McMahon. And here comes McMahon out of 4 with the win. Paul McMahon. Roger Crockett picks up second, followed Kurt Fellers, Randy Ridge, Sean Green, Travis Jacobson, Alan Munn, Rocka Rod Perkins, and Ronnie Jones. And back to your winner in the 0-1, Paul McMahon.
And that's Steve Kilcup. Also in the 0-9 is Tyson Cross. We'll get to his sponsors in a bit. 14P of Kevin Pilot, 64 of Randy Tyner, the 15D also of Dan Dunlap. And we get set to go with Jason Statler also in the 0-0. Are you ready? We are ready. Let's get ready to rumble. Got a good race going on after one lap as they come down the front straightaway. Butch Gilbert, back straightaway. Kilcup going to work with it. Cup, and now Kevin Pilot taking it with the number 2 position, dicing for that number 3 spot. Gil Cup's got it down in, but Kevin Pilot is going after him. We are halfway home. 5 down, 5 to go. A bit of a high groove, but he manages to stay in the straight and narrow now, coming down the front straightaway, 6 laps down. Kevin Pilot going to make his move. He's waiting for something to happen back there. Will it happen now? Front straightaway looking close. Each time he's getting closer. Kilcup keeps shutting him down. 7 laps down and counting. Making his move, front straightaway, Kevin Pilot. Oh, no! Now we're coming up on traffic now. With 8 laps down, it's going to be pretty hard. Kilcup has to get around the 15 car. Lyman's coming right after him now. Here they come down the front straightaway. Here comes a white flag. 1 more to go. Kilcup goes around the 15. The Dunlap. Out of back straightaway, going to be a race. Into turn 3. And on to turn 4, who's going to be your winner? It is going to be Steve Kilcup, Kevin Pilot. And the 0-0 unofficially finishes third. I'll tell you, he took a lot of time and a lot of hard effort to get that car ready for you. Here he is. It's Steve Kilcup.
Cedro Woolley, Washington now. Cedro Woolley. Well, hey, Steve, you got a 360 motor in there. You had Kevin Pilot behind you, and you still got the job done.
Yeah, I could feel him putting the pressure on me pretty good, but I think the lap traffic helped me out a little bit. It was just a pretty dry, slick racetrack out there, and I had it set up to run high, and it worked well for me.
It's more fun than wrestling right now, isn't it?
At the time, yeah, I'm a little too old to keep up on that wrestling anymore.
Well, I'll tell you what, you did a good job out there on the track. You looked real good. So what do you think about Dirt Cup, about the A-Main? You going to try and get into that show?
I don't think I qualified quite well enough. It's the fastest time I've ever been around the track, but it's still only 29th quick.
Well, still, the records were falling tonight, and we had all kinds of people in the 11s, so this is probably as quick as a lot of people have been around this track tonight.
It says, close it up. Next time around, as the lights go out.
Butch Overby to the back of the tower. Butch Overby back of the tower.
Kirby Oil's got the pace truck back into the pits now. It's up to Rick Walker and Bob Johnson. Rick will follow him through 3 and wait till he can see him clear out of 4 and wave the green and we're underway. 4 cars, 4 laps, 2 cars move up. front straightaway with Sean Rice and Ronnie Jones. Still fighting that ill-handling car is the 15 of Dan Dunlap. We're going to race for that second and last transfer spot. Ron Jones on the inside, Sean Rice on the outside as they're battling it out to move to the C main as Dunlap's in the pits. Randy Vaughn, Sean Rice holds on to that second spot as the white flag's out. 1 lap to go. And on the floor, picking up the win, number 89 is Randy Vaughn with Sean Rice, also moving up to the scene.
So some other goodies to give away. We'll do that in between the next main and the next bit of downtime we have here.
He only had one, and that was Tuesday.
All right, 15 for the C. Are you ready, Speedway fans? I said, are you really, really ready? You got a favorite out there. You're going to be rooting them on, and we'll be telling you what's going on as we get set to go. And the flagman will start the race. Mr. Duncan, you're on the pole. Set the pace and lock and load and rock and roll, baby. Steve Tupper taking the early lead into the back straightaway as they all look pretty good coming up. Coming down the front stretch, Tupper still your leader, and the man in pursuit is Jamie Barnes. Running third is Bob Duncan, followed by Russ Albertson. 1 lap down and counted, looking good. Tupper still your leader. Well, here comes Jamie Barnes. He wants to make a move if he can. Billy Martinez in the 66 car. Running fourth. Spreading them out. Laps down. Tupper your leader, followed by Jamie Barnes, Barry Martinez, Russ Albertson, Butch Gilbert, Rod Perkins, J.R. Harkins, John Green, Bob Duncan, Brian Harvey, and now Travis Jacobson in the back straightaway in front of him. But now coming up on traffic. Let's see what you can do here, Mr. Tupper. And we've got the 9 car, Barnes. It's going to go in. We have a yellow. Oh, tough break there. I thought we might have had a green to check it, but tough break there for the 9 car. Do it one more time. We got some Steve Tupper fans out there. Let's hear them. Now, Billy Martinez wants to make his move now, but Tupper still has the lead. Here goes Martinez. Oh, no, 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 no. Rod Perkins moving up into third. Here comes the Rocket Man. Martinez trying to come from down low. Here we go, down the front straightaway. Steve Tupper, Barry Martinez, and Rod Perkins and Butch Gilbert. 2 cars will move up. Comes the Rocket Man. He goes around Martinez. Can he stay there in the high groove? He's got it in the back straightaway. Rocket Man Perkins. Put it in the deuce flag. 9 laps down and counting. 10 laps down and counting. Big race going on for that second place position right now. Look at Perkins going to the back straightaway. And Martinez staying low with him. Now coming up on traffic is Tupper. It could be interesting. Look out, Perkins staying around. We got a yellow. We have a spin. Whoa, what's some great driving there. We all kind of bunch up. We'll call it a red, so you better stop your engines, gentlemen. Great driving, but we got a little bunch of them up down there at turn number 4. There's that 49 of Sean Green. The old Cecil Walker number. All right, they're revving them up right now. The light is out. 7A back at the back of the pack. We are ready to go. Steve Tupper, you can start the race at that cone. Yeah, that's good. Look out, we got a new leader here if they go around. No! Come out, turn number 2. Back straight away. Rocket Man, Rod Perkins takes the lead. Wee doggy. 11 laps down. Tupper still running second, but Barry Martinez says, I'd like a piece of that pie too. 12 laps down and counting. Down and counting. Rocket Rod Perkins to the 69 car. Looky there, we got the white flag for one more round. Gonna be an interesting race for second. Into 3. And on the board, here's your winner, Rocket Rod Perkins. Followed by Steve Tupper and Barry Martinez and Butch Gilbert. What a big win from Anacortes, Washington. The Rocket Man. Rocket Rod Perkins. Now, Perkins fans, you can put your hands together. The Rocket and Steve Tupper move on up. Getting his picture taken. Let's hear it for the winner of the CMA, Rocket Rod Perkins. Rebecca. Cliff McDicken, me, Rob, at the North Beer Garden. Okay, the lights go out. They're all crossed up 2 by 2. Kirby Hoyle heads back into the pits with the pace truck. Butch Gilbert will peel off with the back of the pack and head in. And there's your field for the B main here on the Friday night of the Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup. Alan Munn takes the lead down the back straightaway. Tyson Cross running in second. Todd Ickes in third. Down at the bottom is the 15 of Wagoner, but he can't hold it. After him is Jim Carter, Tony Lutar. Alan Munn out in front, all by himself, but look at that battle for second. Ickes down at the bottom. Ickes trying to get around Tyson Cross, but Cross slams the door. A little problem there with Tony Lutar. But everybody holds on to it. No yellow.
Sorry about this, race fans. These are hits in the tape caused by dust on the heads of... Sorry about the hits, race fan. Those are... It's caused by dust on the heads of the recorder. There's nothing I can do about it. It was recorded that way. We did use a cleaning cassette in the middle of, between the heats, between the mains, I should say, and it came out a little better later in the show.
Here comes Jimmy Carter on the bottom.
Your leader slowing down and closing in is Tyson Cross. And Ickes flips around into second. Ickes now in second. Cross in third. As Mund is slowing down. And there's Ickes down on the bottom and going to the lead. But the Mund's able to slam the door on him. Todd Ickes down the back.
It's Hikas, Sills, Munn, Carter. Carter's going to try the outside of Alan Munn for that third spot. And Jimmy Sills holds on to second as Todd Hikas just puts Rod Merkus down the lap. Jimmy Sills closing in on Hikas. Ooh, Sills got a little loose coming out of two. Lost a lot of room on the racetrack. Todd Hikas just about put Ron Cox down the lap. Sills in second. Alan Munn back to third. Jimmy Carter in fourth. Rick Bobber up into fifth. Followed by the Iceman. Yellow's out. So we've got Jim Carter high in turn number one. Brings the yellow out for the number 14. Jim. The lights are out. We're ready to go back racing as Todd Hikas leads him down the back straightaway. Right at the cone, he puts his foot in it. We're back to green. Here comes Jimmy Sills. The white flag's out. One lap to go. Jimmy Sills is closing in on Hikas, but I think Hikas has got enough to make it last as he's down the back chute into three and out of four. It is Todd Hikas with the win. Jimmy Sills, Munn, Rick Bobber, Tyson Ross, Drew Church, and then Tom Wagoner, Kevin Rudine, and John Tharp.
Burrow, the first one going.
25 laps.
Who do you want to win?
This is the A-Bay. Yeah.
I'd love to see Bobby.
Everybody say yeah.
I don't really care.
All right. Any predictions about this race?
How are you?
Good, here we go, man.
Let's see what's going to happen. They're lined up. 25 laps. Main event. Are you ready, fans? We're ready too. We're going to have, I believe, yeah, we will, the restart. And our red flag already. We're in a red. Shut them down.
That was
at Roger Crockett.
that was all the way down.
All right, gentlemen, you done good. Trophy girl and the kids and everybody else going to go into the pits, but the things with the wings are going to do it one more time. You know, it's okay if you stand up and you go a little hooting and hollering right now if you want to stretch. Here we go. We're racing. Going to the back straightaway, McMahon and Pilot. It's McMahon taking the early lead. Kevin Pilot behind him. In the number 3 position, coming down the front straightaway is Lindsey Casto. 29 of Bud Dating behind him is the 64 of Randy Tyner. All out of towners, but hey, they're racing. They're up in front. McMahon back straightaway being chased. 2 laps down and 23 big ones to go. Distant third is Randy Tyner. Here we come to the front straightaway. There's your leader, but the challenge going on. The 0-1 of Paul McMahon. McMahon started to come up on traffic here in a bit. 5 laps down and counting. Pilot running second, Randy Tyner running third. Lindsey Casto in the 4th position, and Bud Kating right behind him. There's your leader going out of turn number 2 of the back straightaway, the 0-1 of McMahon out of Oroville, California. And we have a red as we go to the wall on number 2 turn. We have a red. The 2F spinning out and somebody taking a ride at the wall. Well, we got your leader is Paul McMahon. Hello. Jason Lund is not going to be able to make it back out. 9 down. Mr. McMahon, you can start the race right there. Back at it once again. Randy Tyner going low. McMahon going high. Let him come down the front straightaway. Catching. Oh, no. Kevin Pilot running third. Bud Kating running in the number 4th position, and out of the back from the back comes the 0 car of Peter Murphy. Front straightaway again. Here comes a challenge from Randy Tyner, but no, he'll be shut down. Pilot running third. 29 of Bud Kating running 4th. Your top 4 finish so far. 12 laps down and counting. 13 down and counting. Here we go. Status quo. Challenge from Randy Tyner. He got the lead of the back straightaway. Yeah! But can he keep it? Can he keep it? Can he keep it? Here comes the man. And Tyner swings shots ahead. There we go. Round and round and round. Great cut in front on the part of McMahon. But Tyner says, I want it back. I want it back. He comes down low. Crosses over in front of the man. Takes the lead for the moment. 1 once again, here comes McMahon. He wants it back, but Tyner shoots out of the back straightaway. 17 left on the counting. We got a race going on here. Somebody stop me. Where we go? Looking good. In traffic right now, Tyner. Trying to make it happen here. Let's see what goes on. We've got 19 laps down and counting. Down and counting. McMahon still running second. Your leader in the 64 car. Got up turn number 3 with 22 laps down and counting. Whoa, boy, I tell you. Getting ready for that white flag coming out. And there it is, the 64 car will take the white flag. All they got to do now is stay out of trouble. Into 3, into 4, Friday night, baby, over there. Is Randy Tyner, followed by Paul McMahon. And then Pilot and Brent Gating and Bud Gating. And then Murphy. Wow. Such a ride, and I think you liked it. That was good racing, wasn't it, fans? He was not going to be denied. That's all there is to it. Boy, Dan, they really go fast.
I wonder if he had the same motor he did last.
Great race for McMahon, too. Let's hear it for him. He kept him in the race, and he had the lead for a couple of laps, but gave way. Just one little mistake, or shall we say a little bit of a high groove, and it allowed Tyner to go through. Randy Tyner, the Rod Faber car, so a little bit of a local connection here.
Certainly is, and that's a brand new car. I asked Shauna if that was her car just with a new paint job, and she says, oh no, that's an all-new car made up just for this weekend.
Well, there it is. Extreme Audio on the wing, that 64 car. It looks delicious out there. It looks sweet. Sales for Montana, a big thank you there. That kind of helps. We always appreciate the sponsors getting behind the winner. And the winner tonight, there couldn't be finer than Randy Tyner in that 64 car. Trophy girl is there too, Rebecca Hope.
Based on that, I've got to go. He's a radio announcer.
Pictures to be taken and words to be shared. Joe Toussaint, as usual, does a great job of just running all over the track. Pictures being taken for posterity, and, well, here we go.
And Dan, that's the youngest member of the Tyner family right there in Mama's arms.
All right. Well, you got a good crew chief in Rod Faber. He knows what's up. Good car. Good ride. Everything went well for him here tonight. We'll get some comments from his wife, and Joe will be standing by as soon as we got more pictures here. I don't think we mind if everybody gets into this family act thing.
No, this is great. It's one of those special races that when you do win it, you want the pictures and you like to have people involved. It's really neat.
Well, Joe, just on the top of your head, we had a lot of people who...
Randy, you haven't been up here for a couple of years. Are you glad to be back at Skagit Speedway?
It's awesome here. Yes, I'm very happy.
Okay, well, you did a good job in the race. Things went pretty well for you. You had Paul McMahon right on your tail. You've done good early in the season in NARC, and now you're here at Skagit. Are you gonna? Is this a sign of things to come tomorrow night?
I've learned how to be patient, and we found the right setup. We worked out the right combination, so now we know it works. We'll be fine tomorrow.
Well, that's great. And I think the Rod Fowler car, you came up as a driver for Rod. How did you put that deal together?
Tuesday morning, Rod called, said he didn't have a driver, so he flew us up here Wednesday, and here we are.
I think that's wonderful. And ladies and gentlemen, give him a big hand. This man really deserved it. He worked hard to win, and he did. Randy Tyner, glad to see you back at Skagit Speedway. Congratulations.
He had Jimmy Sills in front of him, Kading behind him. Kading couldn't get around his ass for about 10 laps. It was awesome. They're all scratching their heads looking at this Iron Sportsman motor.
The numbered seats you see before you, they support us all year, so please be kind.
At this time, we call your attention to special detachments for our color guard for the opening ceremonies of our national anthem. From Marine Wing Support Squadron 473 Detachment B, led by Sergeant Medina, Corporal Spence, Lance Corporals Hezon and Jamayo, the United States Marine Corps, the proud, the few, the best. Also behind them, the Aeronautic Reconnaissance Squadron 1 from NAS Whidbey Island, Chief Clay Connor, Airman Diane Ibarra, AT-2 Scott Gornoyo, CTT-3 Pedro Ramos, AT-3 Joe Medina, and AT-2 Jeff Phillip. The United States Navy is here as well. The VFW 933 drill team. Jerry Smith is the commander, Swede Lynn, Jeff Lackey, Damian Mikulski, Cynthia Van Esch with the U.S. flag, Sue Gregg with the post flag, and Linda Smith with the Canadian flag. And Scout Troop 51 of Burlington, sponsored by the VFW Post 933, is also here. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we call your attention to the front straightaway for the singing of our national anthems here tonight. A gentleman who has renowned us with his talent in years past. His knowledge of racing is only equaled by his talent for singing. He has been selected to sing in the Nationals at Knoxville later on this year. Would you please make welcome and join us at the tower as we remove our hats and put them over our hearts for the singing of our national anthems.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Ladies and gentlemen, in the years past, when we've had Australian drivers here, I'm ashamed to say I didn't know the Australian national anthem, and we did Waltzing Matilda, which I guess is somewhat of a slam. Is that right, Peter? Okay. To those who came before you, Peter, I apologize. Now, we're going to try and do the real one here. They've got the tape in the tower. I've got the words in my hand. And you're not going to come and sing with me, are you? No. says he doesn't sing. I'm going to trust his word. Okay, so Ronnie Day told me he could sing, and I know Ronnie wouldn't lie to me. Okay, so Danny B, hit it. We'll give it a shot and see what happens here. Australian sons, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soils and wealth for toil. Our home is girthed by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. Let us sing, advance Australia fair.
And a tradition here at Skagit Speedway. Let's give them a good day, mate welcome. Everybody say, good day, mate.
And all the balloons are provided by Oak Harbor Sears, owned and operated by Jim Worstner. Stop by and visit Oak Harbor Sears for your appliance, electronic, and garden needs. So thank you very much for the balloons.
Thank you to the Marine Detachment.
No.
I don't think he's going to get by with that, Brent. The track's yellow. Now we'll see if we can get them lined up. They both want the outside, so they're... Race Director Ron Fell says, Katie, you take the inside. One more slow time around, and then Rick Walker with the flags, Bob Johnson on the lights. Watch them as they head down the back straightaway, trying to keep them side by side. Katie on the inside, Furr on the outside. Brad Furr steps on it now, and there's no greening in. I think Ron Fell's going to have a talk with both of them here pretty quick.
How much is it anyway?
The lights.
Yeah.
I think they're ready to go now as Rick Walker looks them over as they head into three. Nope. Brent gets on it a little bit quick, and Rick says nope. Gives him a green, follows it right out with the yellow, so we're going to do that one over again.
Give them both $50 if that's where they're going to be. Yeah.
You know you can do this, guys.
Look out, Ron.
Yeah, but we're right even, fellas.
Ron says, I want you side by side when you come down the front straightaway. Now we'll see how they listen this time around. Kating in the Shaver-powered Maxim. Furr in the Garrity-powered Eagle. They're looking good this time through three. As they head into four, we get a green, and that's a pretty good start. Out of two, it's Brent Kating with the lead down the back chute. And picking up the win on the first one is the 2M of Brent Kating. Now they'll flip-flop. Kating will be on the outside, Furr on the inside for another one-lap race. Furr wins it, we'll come back and do it again. This time Brad Furr is down on the inside. As race director Phelps motioned to him to come down. Kating on the outside. Rick Walker studying him down the back chute. Hey, waves the green, and we get another good start on that one. And around the outside is Kading on the end of the front straightaway. And down the back chute, Brent Kading, current track record holder. And out of 4 with the win, the number 2M of Brent Kading, the Al's Roofing Special.
You probably got to go ahead and like this thing tonight because you're on the front row.
Well, you know, we do. Right now the track feels pretty racy, but a lot of things are going to change. And, you know, I got the jump there on Brad, but me and him kind of staged that, taking off a little bit early back there. We thought to give the flagman a little bit of his own medicine tonight, just playing around with him. So we were just back there. I mean, that wasn't anything I was taking advantage of him or he was doing it to me. We're just having fun and trying to get everybody riled up. This is going to be one hell of an evening for some racing here tonight.
Okay. 7J, Ronnie Jones, and also in the back out of Renton, driving the K-Mine Investment. New and used homes, Pegler Works, and Slipsky Ski Schools. We got a green. It's number 15D is Dan Dunlap. J.R. Harkness, all kinds of problems there in the 6. Smoking badly, slows down to try and save the motor is Mike Gable. Mike Gable as the yellow is out for J.R. Harkness. Speedway in a long time. You'll notice the single file restart as the World Outlaws do. And Mike Gable puts his foot in. We're back to green. Two laps down, 2 to go. Just that on the 3rd lap, there'll be 2 to go as the white flag will be out this time by as Rick Walker handling the flags. 1 lap to go. The white flag's out. Mike Gable a year later, followed by Ron Jones, Dan Dunlap. Only 1 car moves up to the C main tonight. And out of 4, picking up the win, number 54, Mike Gable.
Are you ready, Skagit Speedway fans? Are you ready? Everybody say, yeah. We are ready to rumble 20 laps. C-main event. The flagman will start the race. Everybody say it together. This is Skagit Speedway. Oh, yeah. Car takes the early lead. Rod Perkins behind him. The 39 of Randy Rich behind him. One lap down and coming as they still withdraw. Albertson running 4th, followed by Jacobson, Barry Martinez, and Sean Green and Butch Gilbert. second. Rickard starting to lap some cars himself. But there's your leader all alone in turn 3. To the front straightaway, he comes down. That's Ronnie Cox. 11 laps down and counting. Look out, we got a turn off! We have a yellow. We have a yellow. Well, we lost some equipment out there in the back straightaway. Let's be careful driving. All right, the light is out. How many Ronnie Cox fans do we have out there tonight? How about the Rocket Band? Here we go. Ronnie Cox taking them all on. Up front, he comes down the front straightaway. In the lead. Laps down and counting. Chance there, it's still in the hunt for that number 2 spot. Gonna have a race. Perkins on the back straightaway now. Ahead of Aaron. 16 down and counting. Perkins regains the lead of the back straightaway. 17 down and counting. 3 more to go. Oh, look out. Whoa! Ron Cox manages to avoid it. And we got a car up against the rail in turn number 1. Look out. Kids, stay away from the fence in turn 1. Get out of there. What am I, your father? Ready for a green, white, and a checkered. Here we go, Ronnie. Starts the race. Here we come around turn number 4. What do we got? We have a yellow. We have a yellow. There goes a tire in turn number 3. Next week we have the Black Sheep coming up. 2-day racing next week. All right, here we go. Ronnie Cox. Getting out that white flag one more time around. Here's your C-Main winner, Ronnie Cox, followed by Ron Perkins. Is that Rotten Ralph? We remember Rotten Ralph racing the number 6 stock car. His brother Bill still pits for Jeff Blanton, so happy birthday, Bob.
Especially a main event.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been coming to this place since I had my driver's license, and if you'd asked me if I'd ever been standing up here at a dirt cup, I'd have called you a liar.
Well, that's great. Well, what's it like racing with Dick Wilski?
Oh, it's great. I can't say enough about him. He gives me all the best stuff, and, you know, we got a two-car team with me and Todd, and it's working out great. He gives me all the best stuff.
Burns, and moving up from the C-Main in the Dick Wilski's, number 0, Ronnie Cox, and on the outside from Anacortes into number 69, Rocket Rod Perkins.
Ryan Kent immediately to the back of the tower. Ryan Kent to the back of the tower. Ryan Kent to the back of the tower. Bill Nelson, report to 8 vehicle at South Gate.
Rick Walker waves the green, and we're on the way. Oh, look at him flipping there in turn number 8. Taking a wild ride right at the start was Tony Lutar in the 16. Also stopped there is this Reed here. Rick Faber brings the red out immediately on the drop of the green as they... It's mixed up a little bit after that as you've got OJ with Jay Cole, Tyson Cross in the next row, 36 of Travis Jacobson, Kirk Fellers, 24 Kevin Rudine on the outside of the Travis Jacobson as the pace truck is back in the pits. Now they're all crossed up and ready to go racing on the back straightaway with the flagman looking them over as they come through 3 very slowly and waves the green and we're underway in this B-main event. This time the all-maker blue green head into 1. Stretch it out a little bit on the back straightaway. As they come down the front straightaway, it's Jimmy Sills with the lead. Tom Wagner running in second. Chad Hilliard, Alan Munn, Drew Church, Todd Hikus. Oh, we got a car upside down in turn number 1 as he got tangled up with the 77 of Kirk Fellers. We missed the number who it was that went over. Rick Walker points at the cone and back straight away, and once they get by the big red stripe, there between there and the cone, he can put his foot in it, and we'll be back to green as the lights are out.
Okay, well,
Jimmy Sills takes it down the back straightaway. We're back to green with Sills, Hilliard, and there's Alan Munn diving down on the bottom side, but Hilliard slams the door on him on the top side. Munn running on the bottom, Hilliard on top. Down the back straight, it's Hilliard. So Sills, Hilliard, Munn, Church, Hikus, and then Rudine. There's a battle for position there coming up on the outside of Rudine. That's Tyson Cross moving ahead of Rudine. For that 6th position as our leaders down the front straightaway, Jimmy Sills with Chad Hilliard running a strong 2nd with Alan Munn in 3rd, Drew Church in 4th, Todd Hikus in 5th, Tyson Cross 6th, Kevin Rudine 7th, Jay Cole in 8th. After Jay Cole, you got John Tharp, Kurt Miller, Steve Gilcup. And here comes Butch Gilbert alongside of the 69 of Perkins, but Perkins slams the door. Now into lap traffic. He gets around the 36 of Travis Jacobson. Chad Hillier still running second. Alan Munden third. Down into 3 on the bottom side. Butch Gilbert with Jimmy Sills. Sills driving just like a magician. Through the traffic. Up high one time, then slices down underneath. Sills up in the middle of the pack, down the front straightaway. Whoa, and he taps the wall. Sills taps the wall a little bit, but holds on to it. Halfway through, 15 down, 15 to go. It's Jimmy Sills, Chad Hillier, and Alan Mudd. Here comes Mudd on the inside of Hillier. Hillier running up on the top side, though, holds on to that second place, with Mudd running down on the bottom. Jimmy Sills into 3. Your leader. Down the front straightaway, heading into 1. Down underneath Kilcup. Alan Mudd now up into second as he gets around Chad Hillier. As Jimmy Sills wants to move on to the main event tonight. Top 4. Advance to the A. 12 laps to go and counting. And there Sills taps the wall again right here in the front straightaway. Drew Church has problems in turn 1, but holds on to her, straightens it out to a yellow one. As Sills down the front straightaway again. Chad Hillier. Alan Mudd now on the same straightaway with your leader, Jimmy Sills. As we got problems coming out of 2. As Drew Church, looks like Travis Jacobson are stalled, blocking traffic over there in turn number 2. All up to Jimmy Sills. So he'll lead the pack around to the back straightaway. Hey, we're back to green. Running down to the bottom, trying to gain on your leader, Sills. Chad Hillier still running in 3rd. Here comes the 56W, Todd Hikus. Problems in turn number 1. The car slows to a stop high in 1. Brings the yellow out. Misha Haglund, please come to the tower immediately. We're still looking for someone to move that brown Explorer, license number 766 GKQ. Pace truck's back in the infield, and we're about to go green. Here comes Alan Alan Munn trying to move down on the bottom. There's Jimmy Sills out in front, but here comes Alan Munn in the 42. Chad Hillier is still running in third with Todd Hikus in 4, your last move-up spot. Into fifth. Two laps to go. Your leader down the back straightaway. Jimmy Sills on 4, takes a white flag. 1 lap to go. Alan Munn running in second. Followed by Chad Hillier and Todd Hikus. Down the back chute. Into 3. And out of 4. Picking up the win. The number 14D, Jimmy Sills. With Alan Munn second. Kill Cup is a lap car. We got the 24C of Hillier and Todd Hikus. Your 4 unofficial move-up cars. Still. And the winner of the B main tonight, the number 14D, Jimmy Sills. By 2. Brent Kading leads him from the pole. Stay up, it's going to get exciting yet. Don't sit down for a minute.
I think they must be, because there's somebody over there. I think you do.
Let's see what they're up to as they come through 3.
Okay, let me get...
Hey, the airplane.
Brian and Adam Varnwell, come to the back of the tower. Brian and Adam Varnwell, come to the back of the tower.
Right on.
That sucks.
Okay, fans, this is going to be a salute from you as they line them up there, 4 abreast in the outlaw salute for all you race fans. On your feet when they come by, let them hear it.
Get warmed up? Okay.
There it is, beautiful, down the back straightaway, 4 abreast. And that's for you, fans. The outlaw salute, and look at the back straightaway with the fireworks here on the 45th annual Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup.
She's going to be cold. Oh, man. I had a heart attack.
Okay, race fans, we're ready to go racing now. Just as soon as they get them back in line, double them up behind that pace truck. Kirby Oil at the wheel, 40 laps. All the lights are out, $17,000 on the line as the lights are out on the pace truck. 2 back cars. They were the backup. They'll peel off. The OJ and John Tharp as they do. Now it's up to Brent Kading as he leads them through 3. Rick Walker, look at him over there. We're underway in the Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup. Randy Hannigan with the lead down the back straightaway. Right there. Brent Kading with the lead. Hannigan in second. Ronnie Day. And the yellow is out. One lap in the book. 39 to go. Close them up. Nose to tail. And it's all up to Brent Kading on the back straightaway. See if we can go 39 laps of green flag racing here at Skagit Speedway. And we're just about to it as Kading's got it underway again on the back straightaway. Brent Kading, Randy Hannigan, Ronnie Day, Casey Kane. Of problems in turn one as the track is just about blocked. They're down on the service road. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars stopped in turn number one. Okay, the lights go out around the speedway. We're ready to go back racing. Brent Kading leads them down through 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway as the pace trucks into the pits. And we're back to green on the back straightaway. And coming out of 4 is Kading, Hannigan, Ronnie Day, and here comes Casey Kane. Spinning over in turn 2. The yellow is going to come out again for the 14 of Jimmy Carter. Boy, and everyone was able to get her slowed down and avoid the 14.
I'll be able to see sprint cars.
We'll be able to see.
It's right after the last.
The lights go out one more time as we're ready to get back to racing.
Right after
They'll close it up nose to tail. Looking for a restart on the back straightaway. The pace truck in the pits.
A lot of guys from Vegas there.
Yeah, we're back to green. Here comes Hannigan's going to try the high side of Kading, but Kading over him off. Casey Kane is all over the line. Look at this race for the lead with Randy Hannigan, Brent Kading. Oh, Casey Kane got up above the cushion and lost 3 or 4 positions. But we still got this battle for the lead. Brent Kading drops down low in 1. Randy Hannigan goes wide now. Hannigan down on the inside. Yeah! Who's it going to be? Randy coming out of 4. It's Keating holding him up. There's Randy Hannigan running wheel to wheel with Brent Keating. Straightaway brings the yellow out. Wow, what racing we've got with Randy Hannigan and Brent Keating. Great races here with the Jim Raper Memorial Super Dirt Cup. They don't get any better than this, Dan.
They certainly don't, and I'll tell you, those two are bringing out the best in everybody else in the pack right here. They're just vying for position, showing them how to drive, giving them a lesson right there on the track. Ooh, yeah!
Bring them down the front straightaway here. And we're going to stop and fuel the cars. We're going to have a fuel stop. The drivers have to get out of the car for the fuel stop.
What that's about, when we covered 80 laps, the cars have to stop and fuel. So that was the decision by Ron Fell at the blockhouse tonight, that 80 laps is it, fuel up.
The lights are out. Randy Hannigan. Randy Tyner. And we're back to green with Randy Hannigan. Tyner's able to hold him up. Coming out of 2. Ronnie Day running in 4th. Steve Kent in 5th. We got a yellow. And it's Bud Keating bringing it out this time in the 29 car. High in turn number 1. Bud Keating brings the yellow out. Rick Walker points over at the back straightaway and says, we're going to get it restarted right over there. So the lights go out. Randy Hannigan leads them around with Randy Tyner, Brent Keating, lap car on one, and then Ronnie Day. We're back to green as they're out of 4. Here's Hannigan. On his front, Brent Keating moves around Randy Tyner back into 2nd. So now it's Hannigan, Keating, Tyner, and Ronnie Day. Side, and he moves to 3rd around the 64 Tyner. Here comes Steve Kent down on the bottom side, and he gets around Randy Tyner. So now it's Randy Hannigan, Brent Keating, Ronnie Day, Steve Kent. Jason there, he's down on the bottom side, but he can't make it stick. Here's your leader out of 4, Randy Hannigan. Right on the 24C at Chad Hillier. And Hillier goes down the lap, but here comes King and Dave. Up on Randy Hannigan. Randy Hannigan with a lot of traffic ahead of him now as he comes down the front straightaway with Bud Katie right in front of him. Brent Katie closed right in on the back of Randy Hannigan as they come to 1 and 2. Hannigan's down on the bottom, running in around the 29 of Bud Katie. There, Brent Katie goes high and Ronnie Day takes over a second spot. So now it's Hannigan, Dave, and Dave's off the top going to the lead. But there's traffic up there, and Hannigan's able to hold him off down on the bottom. Randy Hannigan with Jimmy Sills right in front of him. He's down and right around Jimmy Sills. There's Ronnie Day still running in second, but here comes Brent Katie. Katie tried to make a run on the bottom, but Ronnie Day shoots him off. Brent Katie is all over the back of Ronnie Day for that battle for the second spot. Is Randy Hannigan jumps out to about a 10-car length lead over Dave. As Brent Katie had to jump on the binders in 2 because of Lindsey Castro. Now he's getting back into it. Randy Hannigan going for 2 in a row. Boy, that 1X car just sticks anywhere on the racetrack. 10 laps to go for the 1X of Randy Hannigan. Ronnie Day is still running in second. Tyner back up into third. And then Brent Katie. Yeah, we got a yellow on the back straightaway coming out of 2. Push Jason Stadler out. And here comes Jason Stadler. On the back straightaway, Randy Hannigan will get us back to green. And into 3, we're back to green with Randy Hannigan. Ronnie Day on the outside of Jason Meyer. Got a car slowing us. Jason Sowald brings out the yellow over in turn 2. Randy Hannigan, Ronnie Dame, Brent Kading, your first 3 cars. And into 3, we're back to green. Right out of the wall in turn number 4. As you saw Ronnie Day and Brent Kading both just push it right to the cushion. There's Ronnie running right on the top side. Him and Brent Kading right around the rim on 3 and 4. Laps to go. Randy Hannigan. And Hannigan, 2 more trips around 3/10 of a mile as he's down the back straightaway. Coming on the floor, looking at the white flag. 1 lap to go. Randy Hannigan, Ronnie Day, Brent Kading, your first 3. And down the back chute, into 3. And Randy Hannigan's going to make it 2-0. Randy Hannigan picks up the win. Ronnie Day in second, Brent Kading in third. And unofficially, I think probably the number 10 car right there, Steve Kent in fourth, followed by Casey Kane, Peter Murphy, and Roger Crockett. All right. Good job, Randy Hannigan.
There he is. Put your hands together for him. 2 in a row.
What's Kading doing? Oh, top 3. Well, I know, but he's always got to be first. I just don't like it. I'll find any way to say something bad about him, I guess.
There's your first 3 cars. Randy Hannigan, he's out of there.
Brent goes over there and knocks him out.
Brent Kading is also out, gives him a big hug. Two in a row for Randy Hannigan.
Go shake his hand, Dad.
He's going to get Brent germs on his hand.
Yeah, he is. Hopefully my dad doesn't act like him.
Okay, Randy, it looks like this makes 2 in a row.
I can't believe it, you know. These guys work hard for me. John Santamaro supplies me with an excellent race car, dirty engines with the, with the motor. This one goes out to a special friend of mine.
And just got to try to keep it going.
Well, I should say you have your act together. You did a great job tonight here. You're real consistent, smooth. Looks like you had the setup dialed in, the horsepower and everything it took. So I think you did a wonderful job here at the Super Dirt Cup, and it's a true champion. Randy Hannigan, ladies and gentlemen, 2-time winner of the Super Dirt Cup. The big payday. Thank you very much, Randy. Appreciate it. Okay, we've got another picture to do here. Second place isn't too bad in this deal, is it?
No, I guess, second's better than third, but I'm still the first loser, so. Being that close, I wanted to win it, and I was giving Randy everything I had, but he had a little too much on us tonight. I want to congratulate him and his crew, and we're all good friends and have a good time. But when we're out there racing, I wanted him. He was looking good, like a big old steak, and I wanted to eat him, but I just couldn't get up to the table close enough. But anyway, like him, I want to dedicate this race to a friend of mine, John Labatt, Brand X Racing Engines. He suffered a stroke about a month ago, and he's not doing too good either. But he builds a lot of motors for guys up here, and you know, he'll come back, but it's a tough road, and I just want to dedicate this one to him.
Well, I think that's really neat. Yeah, and I'll say this. I think this is your best Dirt Cup finish, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You know, maybe next year it'll be our year. I opened my mouth, shot it off to Brent a few years ago, and told him it wouldn't take me as long as it took him to win his first one, but I think there's a pretty good bet on that. I can't remember. We'll have to do some checking, but I thought I was going to be able to redeem myself tonight, but we come up a little bit short.
Well, I think you did a real good job, so thanks a lot. Give him a big hand. Ronnie Day, number 2 in the Super Dirt Cup this year.
Winner of $8,000.
Here this week, and you did really pretty good tonight, too. So, good job.
Yeah, it was real good. You know, congratulations to Randy and his team. They got it figured out here. They were tough last year and again tonight. Ronnie Day did a great job. I think it was a real good race, although the wrong 2 guys finished in front of me. I'd like to have been up there, but it was a great race for the fans, a great crowd. It's been a great weekend for us and a safe weekend. I'd like to thank everybody for coming, and we drink a couple beers out at the trailer, and we're going to have some T-shirts on sale and pictures for all the kids, and we'll be back next year and try to get us another one.
Well, that's a real good attitude, and thanks a lot, Brent. We appreciate having you here and all your support. So give him a big hand, ladies and gentlemen. Third, the Super Dirt Cup this year, Brent Gating.
As Brent picks up a 6. They're tabulating the official finish of the tower right here. Beyond that, we want to point out the highest Washington driver in Dirt Cup will get entry and 5 pit passes for Gold Cup in September. The highest 360 driver in Dirt Cup will get entry and 5 pit passes to the Fall Nationals. Compliments of Silver Dollar Speedway. John Padgett, thank you for that. As you're going into the pit area, we always caution you to please be careful. We put the show on, and we appreciate you coming here to Skagit